Good morning, everybody. I got up a little early today, so I thought I'd work on this ladybug that I want to finish. I would love to get this thing finished, and that way we can move on to something else. And but I'm not that far from being finished because I'm all the way up to here. Okay, and there's only a little bit further up, and then I'm done. So we're gonna work on this for a little while this morning. Yeah, I just got up a little while ago myself, and so not quite fully awake. And my darling, lovable, can't live without Frankie decided to wake me up this morning. And that was around about 7. It's now 8:45, more or less. So we're just going to sit here and do some diamond painting, okay? You can see that, I hope. Yeah, I did a little stitching yesterday, so, and kind of did a little extra to like a little tutorial on 11 count versus 14 count. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm not very good at explaining stuff, so hopefully everybody understood what I was trying to get across to them. Because I'm just not very good at explaining. Yes, sitting there watching Tita this morning and figured I'd go ahead and do some diamond painting while I'm watching her. So what I did is I just turned her volume down, so I still got her on and I'm still watching her. I just can't hear what she's saying. Yeah. But, yeah, the number that I'm working on is number 5, which is like an emerald green color. It's really pretty. It's and so anyway, so if I can get this done, then we can concentrate on the moon and the sun and get that one out of the way as well. The only problem with the moon and the sun is that the at 310, that black gets a little tedious because of a lot of it. But we'll get it done. Like they said, we'll get her done. It just take a little bit. That's all. Yeah, I haven't really worked on this one here in I know at least a month. I know. And so I figure I'd work on this one and maybe even be able to get it done today. I don't know. Hang on, I'm going to get some more wax. So just hold on a minute. Yeah, I keep those drills in for this particular painting in that little container. And I'm working out of the bags. Because I normally don't work in the bags. I usually, kit them up in some type of containers, but I didn't this time. So we just work around it. Frankie, leave it alone. You've been on a roll this morning. Now quit. Yeah, she's trying to get into everything. Stop. She's going to end up absconding with my my wax. That's what I'm trying to get her to leave alone. I don't need your help. No, I don't. But it's cool. It's cold this morning. It's 38 degrees. And so she's a little on the frisky side. Just a little. Anyhow, she finally took off and went to the window. She said, fine, I'll go stare out the window. It's too cold to let him out right now, and she thinks as soon as she gets up, she's supposed to be able to go outside. And it just doesn't work that way when it's getting cold. Because one, I am not sitting out there in the cold with him. You know, not going to happen. So, did y'all have a good night? Did you get any crafting done? Yeah. And what are y'all working on today? Such major questions, right? Yeah. Yeah, I want to. They say it's supposed to be sunny, and it's supposed to be something like 67 today. And I think I'm going to try to take a couple of my paintings outside and do some sealing and get at least a couple of them done, because I got a whole bunch of them I need to seal. I've been lazy. And the problem is I really don't have a place to lay them out flat here in the house. You know, if I lay them out on a flat surface, I end up with paws all over them. And so that's not going to work very well. I remember one time, this is quite a few years back, when we had this other cat, and we had a problem with mice for a little while. So my daughter put out these mice traps or mouse traps. That there was a type that was sticky, and she put them in her bathroom. Put a couple of them in her bathroom behind the toilet, on each side of the toilet, because that's where the mice seem to be hanging out at. And so she peeled those things and left them in the bathroom. And next thing we know, the cat, I think her name was Sammy, I think. I don't remember. We've had so many. That's what I mean. I don't like outdoor cats, because of the fact is they get run over on the main road here. But anyway, she came out of the bathroom, and her front feet and her back feet were stuck to the mouse traps. She's walking around. She had the mouse trap was caught on her front paws, okay? And then I guess she must have backed up to try to get away from it or whatever, and ended up with it on her back paws as well. So here she was. You could hear this scraping and scratching sound coming up the hallway, and lo and behold, if it's the cat with the mousetrap stuck to her. It was funny though, but she didn't appreciate it much. But You know, it was funny. Um, like I said, my animals, they have a lot of personality. Uh, yeah, my grandson, he used to pick on this cat, and he took a hair tie, one of those scrunchies, and he wrapped it around her tail, and she just about had a fit over that one. And he used to like to pick at her just to get a laugh out of us. And the cat, I don't think appreciated it too much, uh, but luckily, it's just on there. It was on there loose enough that she could get it off, but she had to do all kinds of uh, uh, jumping around and twisting and whatnot until she could get it off of there. Uh, but the funny thing is that no matter how much he used to tease and pick at them, right, they come right back for more because they sure did love him. You know, yeah, all my cats love my grandson. Yeah, he acts like, oh, I don't like cats, but yet he's playing with them and cuddling them and all kinds of other stuff. So I think he protests too much. Um, yeah, we're slowly getting there. Yeah, these diamonds, these are hard to get to flip over though. That's the problem. Is they don't want to flip over on their back, so I can pick them up and place them. So I'm having to kind of chase them around a little bit. But that's all right. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Mm. All right, now, come on. Okay. Time for some more wax. Yeah. So what have y'all got planned for the weekend? Because myself, I'm just going to stay at home and kind of do my thing. Get over there. And then I've got a stitch along that I'm going to be doing on Sunday. My Sunday sit and stitch. And then, you know, get over there. And so I don't have a lot of plans for the weekend. Not really. You know. Hmm. You just don't want to flip over. Come on. There we go. Hmm. But I hope I'm in frame and you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Are we in frame? Yeah, we're kind of in frame. But yeah, there's not that much to this one. It's just large and so it's kind of hard to work with because I have to fold it around and whatnot in order to get to the drill field because my table's not big enough to handle this great big one. Because I think it's 40 by 70. So, needless to say, it's a little bit big for my table. You know. But that's alright. We'll work around it like we always do. Yeah, I need to take some photographs and post all the diamond paintings that I have finished. But I haven't done it. Yeah. I got one I've got to post for Diamond Grandma. And then I got a couple of them that I need to post for that I did for Tita's event this past month. And I just haven't got around to it. Been busy. Very, very busy. Yeah. Oh, come on. That's one way to do it. All right, Frankie. She's full of vinegar this morning. She's wanting to go outside, and it's too cold to go out, and so she's throwing throwing a temper tantrum about it. So she's bouncing all over the place. She figures if she bounces enough and gets on my nerves, I'll toss her out outside and let her go out. But thing is I don't like leaving them out there by themselves on a leash. I just don't. Stop. And because, cats aren't like dogs, they can get themselves all tangled up and end up strangling themselves, and I don't want to see them do that either. So that's why I always end up going out with them and sitting with them, and just does not want to flip over. But that's why I'll take them out later on this afternoon when it's a little bit warmer. Because right now at 38 degrees, it's just too cold. It may not bother them, but it'll sure not bother me, okay? They might like the cold, but me, no, not so much. Used to be the cold never bothered me as much as it does now. Yeah, I used to love the cold, but not anymore. Too much arthritis, I think. Alright, get this over. Like so. Yeah. A lot of these are the stems of the flowers. And that's why it's just in a straight line. Yeah. At least I'm not having to change every few minutes to a different color. That's a good thing, right? Yeah. Oh, come on. Just does not want to move around for some reason. I think it might be the cold is got it where it's staticky. And it doesn't want to move around. I think that's part of it. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I can hear my grandson talking on the phone. Or at least I think he is. He might be talking on the internet too. Yeah, these walls are not exactly soundproof. Keep on. I'm going to bust your buns. Yeah, Frankie doesn't like having her butt spanked when she gets out of line. Yeah, she pouts for a couple of days if I have to spank her. Don't you? She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, because if you look, she is right. Oh, right there. Frankie, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? But anyway, so like I said, she always likes to sit up here when I'm diamond painting. You know, if she could get in here and do it too with me, she probably would. Yeah. Now, Lily, on the other hand, she goes over and sits at the window and just stares out the window. She's, she just, she's not as rambunctious as Frankie is. Frankie's the athlete. She likes to jump around and she likes to climb and she likes to tear things down and all right. And but that's just the difference between the personalities. You know. Yeah, we're getting there slowly. I'm gonna try to get up to about part way up there, and then I'm gonna change to a different color, I think. And that way I can cover some other stuff too. It's just that if you look, every one of them is laying up on its top rather than on its backside. And it's sticking to the tray. There we go. It's just not wanting to flip over for some reason. Yeah, I think it's because of the cold. I think the cold helps to generate static electricity. But I don't know. I'm just guessing, okay? Yeah, I think I'll finish this leaf out and then we'll switch. Excuse me? We'll switch to another color so I can get into the center because I'm working on the edge right here. Yeah, I ate something yesterday. I don't know what. I ate something yesterday and it upset my stomach, so I don't know. Yeah, the older I get, it seems the more delicate my system becomes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, y'all pray for Killy. It's one of the ladies that I follow. She hurt her back a couple of weeks ago, and it's put her down really rough, and so she hasn't been doing any videotaping until just the other day, and she'd been down and and out of the game basically for the last couple of weeks, and so y'all pray for her that that she gets a healing and that she gets her back heals up quickly, because when you're down in your back, boy, I tell you what, you can't hardly do anything because of it. You can't sit comfortably, you can't stand, you can't, it's hard. So I can understand what she's going through. Been there, done that. And so I have to be careful with my spine as well. I have to be careful not to fall or twist a certain way or whatever, because it can set off my sciatic nerves big time. Well, I'm getting boy, I don't like these little green ones because they don't want to flip over. All right, because I want to get kind of even, before I give up on it. Yeah. There we go. We're getting there. So yeah, if y'all would, just pray for her. Her name is Killy, Killy. So if you'll just keep her in your prayers, maybe that'll help her out a little bit. It's amazing what God can do. All right. I'm off that corner. Cover it up a little bit so that way the monster will leave it alone. She's going, Mom, I'm not a monster. Some days you are. You're a monster. And other days, not so much. Oh, come on. I did pretty good yesterday, though. I got quite a bit of stitching done. So. Good grief. Why is he being so stubborn? Anyhow, so last one on the greens. And I'll worry about them later. Okay. Let's go and do what? Do we want to do little ones or do we want to be a big one? How about these over here, the B? Can you see that one? It's way over. Yeah. I'm going to do right in here. This one. All right. Let me get that one out. There it is. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is right here is the reason why I don't like working out of bags. I much prefer them in a container. these are kind of like a marquee kind of thing. And hang on, let me get my tweezers. It's easier to do this with a pair of tweezers. Nope, that's not it. Oh, come on, where are you? Up there you are. It's easier to do this with a pair of tweezers than it is with a pen, because the pen just doesn't pick up very well. But then again, I'm not having much luck with the tweezers either, so. There we go. There's one. Two. Yeah, I have to kind of scoop them up, kind of thing. There we go. Come on now. There we go. And, we did get these done and get them out of the way. Yeah, unfortunately, you do have to use the tweezers with these, because these particular ones do not pick up well with a pen. There we go. Scoot it over a little tiny bit. There we go. Yeah, that was easy enough now, wasn't it? Anything else in here? No, I don't see any more. Alrighty, let's put them back in their little container. There we go. Alright, there. Got that one. Now, let's see. How about number 3 and 4? We got 4. 1, 5. I gotta dig them all out is what I'm doing. There's number 3. Now, luckily, these ones, there's only like 3 of these, so we'll just get these on here and move on to number 4. Yeah, like so. I hope you're able to see this, because I can't hardly see the screen. Okay, number 3. Where did you go? Ah, there it is. Okay. And then number 4. Alright. We'll get them over here. 1 and 2. Right there. And then we got a whole bunch of them right here. Get them out of the way. I know I'm not talking much. I'm concentrating. uh, yeah, I took that black cat with the red flowers on it, that cross stitch, and kitted that up yesterday to make sure I was ready for when we start. Because we're going to try to do a live on cross stitch, and hopefully it works out. Now, if there's anybody out there that wants to join me, they are more than welcome to. Find you a kit that you want to do, and it doesn't have to be the same as what I'm working on. All right, okay, but just come and cross stitch with me, and I'm going to try to do a live now. I'm going to give it a shot. Let's put it that way. But we'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. Nope, that's not right. But we're going to give it a shot anyway and see what happens. Let's put it that way. And I don't know how well I'll do. I don't know, because I do all of my filming on my phone. And at the angle that I have to have it, I don't think I'll be able to see the screen. So I may not be able to answer any questions, at the time of the live. Let's put it that way. And I'll probably end up having to go back and review it and then answer the questions, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But we're going to give it a shot anyway. Oh, come on. Being so stubborn this morning. But we'll be done with this in no time. If I can stick with it for the day. Yeah, because that's all the fours right there. Yep. All right. Let me get rid of the fours. Nope, that's not the one I'm looking for. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay, next one I need is number 3, which is around the bug, on the bug's face. So, alrighty. Number 3. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I bumped you. Am I still in frame? More or less? Yeah, I'm still in frame. Okay. As long as you can see what I'm doing. Oh, come on. Well, I heard that they caught up with that terrorist, What's his name? Sinwar. Well, they finally caught up with him. And this is the guy that was the mastermind behind the attacks and stuff against Israel. And they finally caught up with him, and, you know, justice finally caught up with him. Let's put it that way. So, now we'll see what happens. Will Hamas finally surrender? Or what? Or will it just make it worse? I don't know. Yeah, they've faced a lot of tragedy, that region has. Not only the Israelis, but all the other Arabs and stuff that live in that area have put up with a lot of tragedy. You know. Now, I'm not saying they're 100% innocent, okay? That's not what I'm saying, but unfortunately, the ordinary, everyday people, what I call the civilians, have, you know, been put through a lot. You know, come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, I guess that's not. Alrighty. I think we got it. And the number 3s. Yeah. That'll work. Put these away. Jeez Louise. Come on. These things is so sticky this morning. Yeah, static electricity. All right, put that over there. I'm gonna fix this. Luckily, I do keep, if I can get it open, some little tiny dryer sheets, okay? And I just sit there and rub it on the dryer sheet on this thing, and it does help with the static electricity. Yeah. I keep these little ones chopped up so that way I can put them in with my drills, and that way it gets rid of the static. Okay, let's put this one away. That can be put away. Let's go with number 1. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot the thing wasn't on there. Like I said, I'm not having a whole lot of luck this morning. Get over there. get them all? Yeah, I think so. Yep, there's a couple. Right there. One. And going out there. There we go. All right. There we go. Leave it alone, little Frankie. You always have to find something to get your 2 cents worth in. Yeah, see, you had it on your foot. Anyway, these are number 1, and it's 310 black. So, Frankie's trying to play with the used dryer sheet that I've got over there on the thrown on the lid of that little container. She sees something small and she figures, something to play with. Yeah. But as you can see, once you get started and you get it going, you can, it can work pretty well and cover some ground now. Yeah. Yeah, I got to move my little desk or table or whatever and get behind it and dig out a couple of diamond painting pins that have gotten knocked off the table, and so they're back behind everything that's underneath the table. So I'm gonna have to do that sometime today. Yeah, my girls were being strange last night, decided to knock things over and knock things down and trying to tear things up. And so okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, I was reading on about a veterans that they're retired veterans, and they've been helping out up there in North Carolina, trying to help people that are, that are suffering from that hurricane. And I was reading about them the other day, and they're doing a great job. They're doing a better job than FEMA is. Yeah. Because every time I turn around, you're hearing another story about FEMA not doing their job. So it's useless money being spent. Because I don't know what they're using. Yeah, I do. I know exactly what they're using it for, and it's not for the American people. Let's put it that way. And then they go to Congress and want more money, but yet they wasted billions of dollars doing things that they shouldn't be doing. I can't go into full detail, but we all know what I'm talking about. So, You know, my mama used to say, charity begins at home. You know, we take care of our own first. And then if we got anything left over, then we help those that are outside of our home, if you know what I mean. Yeah, because they've tried to drain FEMA, and they're draining Medicare and Social Security. And so, what else have they got left to drain? And us Americans that have been born here, raised here, paid taxes and paid into these programs, and we're the ones that's not getting what we need, you know? And that's not right. Because not all Americans are rich. Most of us are not dirt poor, but we're not up there in the rich bracket either. You know, we struggle day to day just like everybody else. Hmm. Every now and then I get one of these little teeny tiny, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that one right there is half the size of these. Okay? And what it does is it gets into the end of the pin, and then it gets stuck in there. So every now and then you get some really teeny tiny drills. Get over there. And so yeah, when I first ordered this, I had no idea it was going to be this big. But then again, I just look at the picture and say, oh, I like that. And then I'll order it and then realize, oh, it's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. Just a little. But that's all right. We'll get through it. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to turn my Audible off. You know, last month I was thinking about it, and then I changed my mind because I do listen to it a lot. So, you know, I do more listening than watching. You know. Yeah, I listen to things on YouTube. I listen to, you know, short stories on, you know, and then I listen to the Audible books. And so, like I said, I do a lot more listening than I do watching. I got into the habit of doing that when I had the cataract so bad that I couldn't see. And Audible and, you know, things like that, that's what saved my cookies. Because I'm telling you, I would have been climbing the walls out of sheer boredom otherwise. because yeah, I wasn't completely in, full darkness blind, okay? But I was blind enough to where all I saw was lights and shadows. That's how bad it was. And I couldn't see squat. Only thing I could see was the light, and then I could see shadows where things were. But other than that, you know. But when I finally got my eyesight back, boy, I was so glad. But now I'm in the habit of using my ears instead of my eyes, any aspect of, reading books and things like that. Just got into the habit of it. Yeah, because I was like that for almost 2 years. I could maneuver around the house, as long as nobody moved anything. Yeah, if they moved anything, I'd end up tripping over it without fail. That's how I ended up tripping and breaking my arm. I tripped over something. Somebody had moved something and I didn't know it. And I tripped over it and ended up falling and hitting my shoulder just right, and ended up breaking my left arm. Yeah. So I have had my fair share of accidents, and I sure enough don't want to go through it again. Oop, that's a 2, not a 1. Yeah. We're getting here. Well, we've been at it for about 30 minutes now. A little over, actually. Because it was, 8:45? And it's now 9:41. So we've been at it for an hour. So I think I'm going to bring this to a close and continue working on it, but I'm going to end the video. And when I get it done, I will show you the completion. Okay? All right, everybody. You have a good night, a good day, and and be careful, be safe, and we will see you later on, maybe today. All right. Bye-bye.